Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Angie. I'm a 24-year-old cash budgeter, and today we're going to be cash stuffing for the second week of July. So I missed the first week. I was on vacation. I had so much personal stuff going on, so I decided to just pick back up on the second week. But first, I thought I would show you something really cool from my Bahamas trip. So the currency there is a little funny. So they have their own currency, but they also accept US dollars. So actually when I went to the store to pick up some gallons of water, I got these two Bahamian dollars. So I think it's really cool, and I'm actually going to start scrapbooking. So I want to put these in my scrapbook to kind of commemorate our little trip to Atlantis, Bahamas, and it was an amazing trip. We want to go back next year, so we are just so happy. We feel relaxed, we are rejuvenated. We swam with sea turtles, which honestly alters your brain chemistry, so I'll put up some pictures here as I'm talking. And the next thing I want to show you is that I have a new wallet. So I decided that I'm going to switch from, instead of like cash envelopes in my wallet, just to a normal wallet, because I honestly was just not using my cash envelopes. So I just got this off Amazon. It's Michael Kors, so I have room for my cash. I could put my phone in here if I use this as like a wristlet, and it has two pockets here. So I think that's really cute, and I wanted to show you. And when I do stuff my wallet, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the money in here, which actually that's what we're gonna start with. So first we are going to stuff the wallet. We have to put in $25 for gas and $20 for eating out. So that is $45 total, and honestly, I'm just gonna put it, I kinda wanna put it back here, but also there's this little pocket over here and I feel like it's a little more secure. Actually, you know what? Nah, let's put it back here. And I normally don't use cash for when I get gas, or honestly, when my boyfriend uses our eating out fund, we use a card and then we just put it in our rollover envelopes and unstuff it at the end of the month. Let's jump into my high priority. And speaking of unstuffings, I'm going to film my unstuffing after this video because we have some serious work to do. If you can hear it in my voice a little bit, I am so sorry. I am having crazy allergies ever since I came back. So Bill's is getting 30, so it has 20, 30, 40. So it started with a migraine. I took Excedrin migraine. It drained all my sinus fluid. It gave me post-nasal drip, and my sinuses have just been really crazy since. Car maintenance is getting $10. So we have 1,100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55. 1,155. Have you guys been up to anything fun? How was your 4th of July that just passed? We had a nice little barbecue at my boyfriend's house. Rainy day is gonna get 20, and let me just get my Sharpie. But yeah, we got really lucky with the weather this 4th of July, so I'm very happy about that. Okay, so rainy day has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Yay, so our first 100 in our rainy day fund, and this challenge will help us save $500. Annual fees we're skipping. My annual fee came out, so I have to unstuff that, and it was $6.50 for my Amex card. P.O. Box is gonna get $10, so we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Miscellaneous is gonna get $40, and I got this nice old looking 20, which honestly, like, it looks like this should be like a star note, or maybe like a mistake. I don't know. $19.99. It has like a shorter top. I don't know if somebody cut it or if that's just what they look like. I don't know. So 20 and 40. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, and 90. All right, so that's it for our high priority binder. Let's move on to low priority. My personal spending is getting 20, so we have 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 7, 8, 8, 9, 60, 1, and 2. So one thing about the Bahamas is out of the ATMs in the casino, we got these crazy crispy bills, like can't even count them right. So I definitely put them in my setup because my bank does not give me crispy bills. I don't know. I think it was the last, yeah, this is what my bank gives me. So I took advantage of the crispy bills. Hair we are skipping. Clothing is gonna get 10. I'm using one of my very old challenges. It's probably the first challenge I ever came out with. Okay, so we have 20, 40, and 50. Nespresso is getting $9. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it has 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 2, 3, and 4. Entertainment, we are skipping. We're going to Cash Stuffing Fund, and that's going to get 10. I just got some goodies from Blake over at WalletWell, and I think they're coming tomorrow. I got the notification on my email, so I'm so excited. So we have 10, 20, 30, and 35. And then our 2025 Savings Challenge is going to get $55. That's the next bubble. And we did use some of this money for our plane tickets, so I'll just go ahead and probably off camera just kind of like organize what that's going to look like for this challenge. We basically used $1,300, which is in placeholders, so I'll probably just switch these out with like an IOU, just so when the challenge is done, I could still count the $1,300 as like we saved it, but we spent it. So let's put in 55. So we have 1,300 in placeholders, 1,400, 1,500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,600, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So 16, 40. All right, so that's it for low priority. Moving on to our holiday binder. And I did have like a really nice manicure. It's a little grown out. It was like gel. It was kind of like a nude shade. I feel like that would just go good with anything and look really classy. So it's a little grown out, but it was really nice. Gifts is getting 5. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. We're gonna go actually to Halloween. And wow, did I skip anniversary again? Oh wait, I know I did that. Halloween is getting $8. I'm using this mystery savings from my bestie, Budget with Maddie. So 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 20, 30, 35, 36, 7, and 8. So yeah, we're going to start saving for Halloween again. I feel like it's about time. I like to time my holidays. Like sometimes I don't stuff them for every cash stuffing, but whichever one is coming next, I like to kind of start and just kind of like work it with how close it is to where we are today, if that makes sense. Christmas is getting $40. And I'm just going to do these two 20s up here. And speaking of, or I guess I'm just showing you one of the challenges that's in my shop, I will be restocking this week. On Monday, I'm going to be using my uncle's printer, which is a colored printer, and that's how I got all my color challenges. I only have a black and white at home, so I'm going to work a little bit in that office space and get to restocking because I have nothing in my shop right now. I'm so sorry. Christmas has 100, 200, 3, 4, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60. Our goal is about 1,000 for Christmas, but I wouldn't complain if we had a little bit more. And that's it for holidays. Let's hop right into our business binder. So we're going to stuff a few envelopes in here. So printer ink is going to get $20, and I do have to pay myself back, and no, just myself. I did buy a printer for my uncle's printer, or I bought ink for my uncle's printer and my own printer. So we have 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. Sorry guys, my camera totally fell. So we're going into business miscellaneous and we're gonna get $10. So it just has 20. And then real estate is gonna get 50. I'm gonna try to stuff this just a little more frequently. So we have 1,000, 2,000, 2,800, 2,850. And I do need to update this in placeholders at least. And then we're putting $5 in savings. And we also need to update this in placeholders because whenever my Ally savings account makes interest, it puts it directly into the savings. So I actually have about $300 in here, not $250. So we are going to update that. All right, so let's go into Joe's binder. So his spending is going to get 5. So he has 20, 30, 35, that's not right. 20, 30, 40, 45, and 50. Gas is gonna get 20. So I'm actually not gonna stuff the normal amounts this week because both of us are actually going on a little trip starting on Wednesday. So Wednesday through Saturday, we're gonna go to like a lake house with our friends, and yeah, just a little nice little getaway. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. So we don't need, you know, the normal amounts for like gas and groceries. We're probably gonna take my car up there, so I think if after my unstuffing, if we have extra in this envelope, I might bring that with me. Groceries is gonna get 40. And I'm thinking of making like a little cake for me and my friends, like a little something to just pick from for the 4 days we're there. I have been a big fan of icebox cakes, so I make a blueberry lemon. I've made, just for 4th of July, I made a s'mores cake. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So I'm thinking, I don't know, if you have any suggestions, let me know. Groceries has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 50, 70, 90, 200, 10, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So again, that has to be unstuffed. Haircuts is getting 15. So 10 and a 5. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. And I do have to pay him for his haircut he recently got. Supplements is getting 40, so 2 20s. We have 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, and 80. And we do have to bulk this up a little bit because he just made a pretty big purchase for supplements. Gym membership is gonna get 10. So we have 10, 20, 30, and 40. I'm gonna stick that 10 in the back. Subscriptions is gonna get 5. So we have 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, and 10. Alright, so that's it for Joe's binder. So last is my travel binder. I made a few changes in here. So I'll show you kind of how I organized it. So I have Disney in front. So I have a Disney challenge that is kind of like a, like each icon is $50. It'll save us $1,200. I'm not saving for anything too specific yet. I'm just trying to build up these, these funds. So I have that, and then I have a low denomination also from Budget with Maddie. So I did scratch this off for today. We're gonna put in $8. And honestly, guys, after being in Atlantis, we are kind of like, yes, we want to go to Disney, but I don't know, if the casino gives us another offer for next year, we want to go back to Atlantis. That's all I'm gonna say. Montenegro, we are saving for, and like I said, I'm not saving for anything specific. I'm just trying to build up these funds. So we're gonna add 50. This will bring us to 100. We are trying to go next summer. And then for the Bahamas, we are putting in $34. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 20, 30, 31, 2, 3, and 4. I think that's just how the budget worked out. So yeah, we are just gonna build these up, kind of like not loosey-goosey, but we're just gonna put in a little bit every single week, build up these funds. And Disney World, honestly, if we didn't go next year, I wouldn't be too upset. I would love to go back to the Bahamas, or even if we went on like a cruise or like some sort of island. Let me know if you have like a favorite Caribbean island or a tropical place you love to go to, and give me some ideas. Alright, so I still have cash in the tray. I'm going to film separately my save and play video next, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be posting my save and play little mini series, as well as my cash unstuffing and condensing. So you're going to get a whole bunch of videos from me this week, but that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I missed you guys, and I'm happy to be back. If you liked what you saw today, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!